Yes. Okay. So okay, many people are still joining. Okay. See. Now we have learned today we have learned block method, the basics of gap method, and now I will teach you some advanced level problems of gap method. See, there are some problems even in pre-RMO, NMTC or NSCJS you will also find that tells you that how many possible arrangements of 10 boys and 6 girls can be made so that no two boys sit together. Have you seen this type of questions?
Yes, in that
Yes,
we
yes.
have to like
Okay, okay, no need to tell, no need to tell. Let me tell you. Yeah, see, 10 boys and 6 girls are there so that no two boys sit together. But if you see, is it really possible? Tell me, is it really possible?
maybe there is one or two
See,
cases.
suppose this is a boy. So in this gap sits a girl. This one boy sits a girl. One boy sits a girl. One boy sits a girl. One, two, three, four. One boy sits a girl. One boy sits a girl. After this process, all the boys will the rest boys one, two, three, four, five, six. The rest four boys have to sit together, right?
Yes,
Yes.
the pigeonhole principle basically.
So always remember if it is told that no two boys are so that no two boys can sit together, then the number of girls must be greater than that of the number of boys in that case.
Okay.
Though mathematically you will get an answer, but uh, in reality, is it ever possible? It is not possible. See, after six girls, the four boys have to sit together, right? So in that case, number of girls should be greater than number of boys.
Oh,
Clear?
Yes.
Yeah. So let's reframe the question. So there be 10 girls and 6 boys so that no two boys sit together. Now, what shall be the problem? See, since no two boys cannot, since no two boys can sit together, so the girls must be in the gaps and the girls may be sitting together. The girls may be sitting together, but the boys shall not sit together. So, yeah, the question is suppose there are 10 girls and 6 boys, how many possible arrangements are there such that no two boys sit together? Now, suppose this is a girl, here sits a boy, 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 this is a girl, here sits a boy. One, two, three, four, five. This is a girl, here sits a boy, and the girls go on. Okay. Now, this is a try to visualize. Try to visualize in this first gap. In this first gap, how many boys can sit? I mean, only one boy can sit, but how many possibilities are there for a boy to sit? Can
Six
anyone
boys.
tell me?
10.
Six. Why 10? There are 10 girls, not six, not 10
Oh,
boys.
oh, six.
So any
Six.
one of the
Yes.
six boys can sit. So there are six possibilities. In this gap, how many possibilities are there?
Five.
5.
Five.
5.
Four.
In this gap,
Three.
three.
3.
In this gap,
Two.
2.
and finally one.
Sorry,
And
up.
10 girls can be, yes, tell.
Sorry, sorry.
And 10 girls can be permuted among themselves in how many ways? 10 factorial ways, of course. And
Factor.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, that is nothing but 6 factorial. So 10 factorial into 6 factorial is the answer here. But uh, I think it is clear. So, but here I want to mention that, see, though this is a visualization, but in exam hall or any competition, it would be just foolishness to do this type of visualizations. Instead, try to remember the process or don't try to memorize the process, but try to by heart the process. That is, you have to make this process in your heart so that whenever you see this problem, you can think about the process, not the method. Here, by process and method, I mean two different things. Clear? And what 10p7? Why should it be 10p7? Can anyone tell me why should it be 10p7? 10p7 is not the answer. Clearly 10p7 is not the answer. Yeah, the solution is C. First of all, the question is there are 10 girls and 6 boys. How many possible arrangements could be made so that no two boys sit together? Since no two boys can sit together, so the girls, I mean, the boys must be sitting between the girls. The boys must be sitting between the girls. Okay. And now the boys must be sitting between the girls. So in the first place, 6 boys can sit. In the second place, 5 possibilities are there for the boys to sit. And in the third place, 4 possibilities. Fourth place, 3 possibilities. And fifth place, 2 possibilities. And the last place, 1 possibility. And among the 10 girls, there are 10 factorial permutations. So the total number of permutations is nothing but 10 factorial into 6 factorial. So try to do a question now. How many 10 girls? Okay, please Vanam, can you unmute and tell what are you trying to tell? So I think we don't need to divide it by 4 factorial. There is no need of dividing by 4 factorial. And how are you getting this 10 factorial is nothing but, see, there are 10 girls and see, suppose this is the first girl. This is the second girl. This is the third girl. Fourth, fifth, sixth, and goes on. This goes on. And instead of here being the first girl, you could also place the third girl here and the first girl here. Instead of this place being the third girl, you could place second girl here and the first girl here. So there are exactly 10 factorial permutations. I told it yesterday, that is 10p10. 10p10 is nothing but 10 factorial. So there are 10 factorial permutations. Clear why it is 10 factorial? No, Vanam, you are getting it wrong. In these gaps, for not girls will sit, the boys will sit. In these gaps, the girls will not sit, the boys will sit. And among the girls, there are exactly 10 factorial permutations. And among the boys, there are exactly 6 factorial permutations. So the answer should be 10 factorial into 6 factorial. Okay. Now try to do this question. How many possible arrangements can be made among 10 wood and 12 bricks so that all bricks make a bundle. All bricks make a bundle. So try to do this question. Try to do this question.
Can you please tell that what do you mean by making bricks as means that brick make a bundle?
Means all the 12 bricks should be together.
Okay, means it's like the previous to previous question, right?
Previous question only, but the language is somehow changed.
Yes, yes.
So one answer is okay. So you start doing. In the meantime, I am muting myself and stopping my video, and keep writing the answers I am seeing. Yes, Cherish, you are correct. So those who told that the answer is 11 factorial into 12 factorial, they are absolutely correct. And those who told 10 factorial into 11 factorial, they are absolutely wrong. So let me show you how to do this. Again, the same thing basically. All the bricks are together, let it be bk for all k that belongs to the set of 1 to 12, and there are individually, it was told would. Okay, so let it be would t wt, and t belongs to the set of 1 to 10. So here there are specifically 10 objects, and this is one object, that is the 11th object. So there are 11 objects, so there are 11 permutations, that is 11 factorial. And in this block there are exactly 12 bricks. So among those, 12 factorial arrangements could be made. So the answer is 11 factorial into 12 factorial. No legendary, I am not muted. I'm unmuted, I think. Yeah, I'm unmuted. So exactly 11 factorial into 12 factorial arrangements can be made. So this was a simple question, and try another. How many possible arrangements could be made so that, okay, sorry, could be made among, so what shall I give? 10 Parker pens and 4 sapphire pens, so that the sapphire pens are not next to each other. So try this out. Exactly 1 minute for this problem. So it's 10:56. I will tell the answer and the process in 10:57. Till then, write your answers in the chat. So take the values 10 Parker pens and 4 sapphire pens. Yeah, so it is 10:57, and so those who told the answer as 10 factorial into 4 factorial were absolutely right. Okay, so how it is possible? See, 10 Parker pens, 10 Parker pens, right? 1 Parker pen, 1 sapphire, 1 Parker, 1 sapphire, 1 Parker, 1 sapphire, 1 Parker, 1 sapphire. And so 4 sapphire pens are made, and these Parker pens will go on. So 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. And among these 10 Parker pens, 10 factorial possible arrangements could be made, and 4 Parker pens, 4 factorial possible arrangements could be made. So that is exactly 10 factorial into 4 factorial. So this is correct, but there are some tricks that are involved in this type of questions. So I will be giving you one. Okay, wait for a minute. Okay, I hope that it is clear. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, now don't be fooled by this type of question. See, so there is a concept known as identical object. Identical object. See, suppose this is a chocolate bar. This is a chocolate bar with exactly these designs. And this is again a chocolate bar with exactly these designs. In terms of geometry, if you call this, this is known as congruent, right? Am I right?
Yes.
Yes.
But in terms of English language, these are known as identical objects. See, counting these identical objects in a permutation, in a large permutation or combination, basically in combinatoric, is actually counting the same thing twice. 1 into 1 is same as 1. But if you consider this 1 into 2, it would be 2. But is this a correct result? Is this really a correct result? Because these two objects are equal, right? So one cannot identify the difference between them, right?
Yes.
So whenever you get this type of concept, don't consider them as two different objects, rather consider them as one object. For example, I am giving one. See, okay, so what shall I give? Okay, let me find out a problem from the book. Yes, I am explaining through an example. See, I found a good problem, by the way. See, the question tells, Prashant sir book always, find number of ways to arrange letters of the word Prashant so that all A's, all the letter A are always together. Try to do this problem exactly 1 minute using the identical object concept. Try to do this problem. This is a moderate level problem, may come in NMTC. Okay, so this is an NMTC level problem. Try to do this exactly. Okay, 1 minute 30 seconds. So let it be 11:03. Let it be 11:03. At 11:03, I will see. Start. So Kunj, you were wrong, and Sachin Gupta, you are right. Siddharth, you are right. Manik, you are right. Vanam, you were wrong. Keshav, you were wrong. Vanam, you were right now. Keep on telling the answers. Legendary, you were wrong. Keshav, you were again wrong. Keshav, try to use the concept of identical objects. Same to legendary. Try to use the concept of identical objects. Okay, now I shall show you how to do this problem. See, all the A's are together. Again, the same block method, of course. So here are two A's, A and A. But these A's are identical. See, when you swap them, they are again the same thing, A and A. And there are letters Prashant, P-R-A-A. So how many letters are there? Can anyone tell me how many letters are there? I think 8, right?
8.
A.
Subtract
A.
So
three,
4
six
already
letters.
used, so 6 letters are left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in this first gap, there is 6 possibilities, 5 possibilities respectively, 4, 3, 2, 1. So there are 6 factorial possibilities here.
Yes.
And this is one object. So this is total 7 objects are here. Total 7 objects are here. See, total 7 objects are here. So exactly 7 factorial possibilities are there, right? Right?
Yes. There are 7
Yes.
You shall tell me that there are 2 A's in the box, but why shall I not multiply this with 2 factorial? Can anyone tell me why I am not multiplying it by
There
2
is no
factorial?
meaning.
Because both A's are identical.
There is no meaning.
So both A's are identical and these are nothing but the same thing. So any permutation will make it the same thing once again. So multiplying it by 2 factorial is nothing but foolishness. So do not multiply it by 2 factorial. Instead, for okay, no need to tell this concept now. I will tell it in formation of groups. Okay. So did you understood the concept of, so we learned today block method, gap method, dictionary, and identical object. So I think more time is left. So we may cover circular permutation today. So combinatorics will end in 2 to 3 lectures only. So circular permutation, yes, Friday we will do the next thing. So time is still left till 11:20. So we may cover circular permutation. See. So what is circular permutation? Circular permutation, I shall tell the weightage of circular permutation in different competitions like NMTC, PRMO, RMO, and any mathematical Olympiads you may find in AIME, AMC, all. No, I am doing circular permutation basics today and problems I will do on Friday. And see what is circular permutation. Suppose this is a circle. And suppose, okay, first of all, tell me how many possible arrangements of n objects can be made linearly. N objects in linear structure. How many possible arrangements can be made? Tell in the chat.
N factorial.
Factorial.
Usually n factorial.
So I cannot hear you. So please tell.
Sir, n factorial.
Factorial.
Factorial. While in linear.
Hello.
Yes.
N factorial.
In factorial.
N
Sir, n
factorial, right?
factor-
N factorial,
n
exactly
factorial.
n factorial. But that in case of a circle, see, 1 object, 2 object, 3 object, 4 object, 4 objects are here. Suppose 4 objects are here. You start from this way. And end here, starting from object number 3, object number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Starting from object number 3 in this direction, you end at 1. And again, in the same thing, starting from object number 1 to object number 3. But using the concept of identical objects, you can again tell that these two counting will be equal. Yes or no? Okay, let me fix the camera. It is hazy. Can you see now?
No, because
Your video is off.
camera is off.
Yeah, can you see now?
Yes.
Yeah. So using the concept of identical objects, once again, you can tell that these two countings are equal. Yes or no?
Yes.
Can you
Yes.
explain this once more, please?
Okay, I'm telling once more. See, n objects when placed linearly, there are exactly n factorial or npn permutations.
Yes,
npn permutations. But when in a circular form, see, moving from 3 to 1 and 1 to 3 is basically the same thing. It is a circle.
Yes.
Circle. This is this point and this point. This point and this point are basically the same thing, right?
Yes.
So instead of counting 4 objects here, you shall count n minus 1 objects. That is n minus 1 factorial is the number of permutations when arranged in a circle. Clear?
Yes.
Clear?
Yes.
Yes. So this has a proof, but no, not much time is left to do the proof because I have to cover some more things. So what is RPT? What are you writing? Oh, repeat. Okay, okay. So see, moving from the direction of 3 to 1 is as same as moving from the direction of 1 to 3. So we place n minus 1 factorial is the number of permutations instead of n factorial. This is the proof, but we will cover it if possible in the next class. Not today because I have some more things to tell today. Okay. But one thing to observe here, these objects 1, 2, 3, 4 are not identical. Rather, 4 is greater than 3 is greater than 2 is greater than 1.
Can I
So
ask
these are not identical. Yes, tell.
when we go from 1 to 3, I mean, then we will then we will write the order as 1 4 2 3. But when we will go from
Yes.
3 to 1, it will 3 to 4 1. But they are not identical.
When you are moving in a circular direction, you have to consider the whole permutation, right? You cannot just tell up to this step. You cannot consider up to this step. In circular permutations, you have to cover the whole circle. See,
Yes.
moving from 1 2 3, sorry, 1 3 2 4 and 1 3 2 4 3 2 4 1 and 2 4 1 3 and 4 1 3 2 is nothing but same, isn't it? See, the same direction is covered, same path is covered, same locus is covered. Geometrically or algebraically, whenever you see, this is the same mathematically.
Yes.
Okay. And yeah, up to this step I told. So the permutations is nothing but n minus 1 p r n minus 1, n minus 1 p n minus 1, which can be again written as n minus 1 whole factorial. Okay.
If they
But
all are
yes,
if they
tell.
all are same, then how can they be different?
They are not same here, but the moving locus point is same. Is 1 equal to 2 equal to 3 equal to 4? Is it so?
No,
Tell me.
the permutations you have written on the other side.
Permutation is same. See, okay. Okay, suppose these are 4 guests, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you are ordered to serve them a glass of water. You serve a glass of water to 1 first, then 3, then 2, then 4. Again, this is the first possibility. In the second possibility, what you did, you first served to 4, then to 1, then to 3, then to 2. Again, in the third possibility, 4, 2, 3, 1. But 4, 1, 3, 2 serving, see, you are serving water, but in whichever possibility or permutation you do it, water is being served to the same persons, right? Yes or no? Up to this
Yes.
step, is it clear?
Yes, yes, yes.
So the different number of permutations in a circle is always the same. Right? So not n factorial, but n minus 1 factorial. I hope it will be clear next day when I will show you the proof.
Yes.
Means
And
1 is repeated. That's why it is minus 1. Then means n minus 1 factorial.
not
Is this-
1 is omitted. Not 1 is omitted, one object. Okay, I understood what is your problem. Let it consider A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. N minus 1 factorial because these are in a circle. But there is a trick here. See, what is the trick? Suppose you are wearing a necklace. You are wearing a necklace. Of course, you will not wear. Okay, so these are the pearls in the necklace. But see, these pearls are identical, right? Aren't these pearls identical?
Yes.
Tell me, yes or no?
Yes, yes.
So these pearls are identical. So moving from any direction to any direction basically means the same, n minus 1 factorial. But since all these pearls are equal, all these pearls, whether you make this movement, one movement, whether you make this movement, one movement, whether you make this movement, one movement, all this means the same. So you divide it by 2, n minus 1 whole factorial by 2, or it is written in some book like 1 by 2 multiplied by n minus 1 whole factorial. So this is a corollary part of this proof. This is a corollary part of this proof. So if the write the statement. If objects are are distinctable, then permutation is 1 by 2 times n minus 1 whole factorial. If objects are distinctable, then permutation is 1 by 2 times n minus 1 factorial. Else, that is, if not distinctable, I mean, if not distinctable means they are not identical, then the permutation is nothing but n minus 1 factorial. So this is the statement exactly for circular permutations. I hope it is clear.
Shouldn't the definition be changed to if objects are not distinguishable?
Yes.
Objects are,
Not distinguishable.
yeah, sorry. I didn't. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for
Means
spotting my mistake.
identical. If they're identical, then n minus
If
1
they are
factorial.
identical, then n minus 1 whole factorial by 2, and else it is n minus 1 whole factorial, right? Thank you, whoever spotted my mistake. Okay, I hope it is clear. So this is the statement for circular permutation. So we will not do any problem.
You are not audible.
Yeah, sorry. I have given one combinatoric sheet in the channel, and we will not do the problems of circular permutation today. You will also leave the problems of circular permutation from the DPP, and try to do the DPP within today or tomorrow, so that you can know that the concepts are clear. Yeah, so the class is over. You may
I
leave
have
now
a
and-
doubt.
Yes, okay. Siddharth, please stop the recording.
Yes.